for so long. I've just been dealing with a bit of emotional fatigue for just some time. I had to miss a day of work because I was just like, feeling like I couldn't deal with things. I actually believed that there was somebody outside my window who was like trying to get in, but there was actually nobody there. So it's just been kind of a little rough for the last few weeks, but I'm managing as best as I can. So that kind of just led me to believe reason that probably making this video is the best. This video is about the 5 types of PTSD. Now, one of them is actually not necessarily PTSD, but it can become PTSD if it's left untreated. The first one is acute stress disorder. So acute stress disorder is something like, say, triggered by, say, a natural disaster, or just a sudden loss of a loved one, something like that, or even just like maybe saying you have a risk for dying, and it has the usual symptoms like sudden mood changes, sort of thing, and it can be treated by family members, peers, or just group therapy, or even just individual therapy. Second one is comorbid PTSD. Now, this one generally has to do with when you suffer another disorder as well as PTSD, or like an acute stress disorder. So this happens. Can happen to anybody. Like roughly about 8 million people in the world have some form of PTSD, and many people will develop it eventually sometime in life. But nonetheless, comorbid PTSD, you may have depression, anxiety, or something, as well as acute stress disorder, and it's best treated if they're both treated at the same time. If not treated, people can lead to start using drugs and alcohol to numb the pain. So there is another one called uncomplicated PTSD. Now, it's not really, I wouldn't say it's really uncomplicated, but it's just that it's linked to one major traumatic problem, and there's no, like, it can be even just something like, say your kids left home and you kind of always relied on your kids to sort of be there to help you, and it is again just pretty much the same symptoms of any kind of PTSD, like mood changes and anger issues, maybe like aggression, and it's again like pretty easy to treat. Like you just need like may only last for like a few weeks or something like that, or maybe even only a few days, and it's just treated the same way, like just with therapy. Then of course the one that I have, and I've talked about it before, it's complex PTSD. This is linked to many years or multiple episodes of trauma, and this one is the hardest to treat. It can take years. It's been over nearly 3 years that I've been treated for it, and I hardly feel as though I'm making very many strides. This is a little bit different. Like, it's, for one thing, you need a lot more therapy, and it goes from cognitive behavioral therapy to like electroshock, which I used to have, and they don't do it anymore. There's other things that happen, like you can even develop kleptomania, you can have like sexual impulsivity, like, again, major aggression, sudden mood changes, anhedonia, that's a loss of any kind of pleasure. All these things can happen to you. And the last one, let's see, sorry, brain fog. Then the last one is just PTSD in itself, like undifferentiated PTSD, you may call it. It's generally again just one traumatic event, and it can be just treated with just peers, and it's easy to treat. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching. I'm sorry I haven't been on YouTube, and take care.